SunPower here, and after making that video about how you don't want that MacBook Air I have, it's time to speak out.
Yeah.
Time to speak out about multiple things like Wall Street, although Wall Street isn't the only type of arrogance and force that's going against one of my YouTube friends, EvanGouldTransit. It's just, he's going through is just terrible. He's worried for his own safety, all because of cyberbullying in YouTube. But what does relate to that MacBook Air video is the fact that I'm going to be using software in the new year, once the computer company is more successful, to ultimately prevent cyberbullying from being possible, along with online ads and, of course, other bad things the internet has. Fixing things, preventing other bad things from happening, making it so that corrupt data cannot happen on the internet or on computers. Oh, and also allow Windows users and Chrome users to disable automatic updates. And maybe even though I'm the competitor with Windows, maybe prevent any developed Windows or Chrome update from actually ruining a computer like it currently does. Okay, back to the whole problem. Wall Street has been at it for at least 5 years now, bullying and making Pine Power Li's life hard. But now another guy whose original account name was named in accordance to his, just like mine is now, he's feeling the brunt of Wall Street and a few other forces from the middle of the island too. Just because he, like me and Pine Power Li, can't work, is disabled, mentally disabled. It's just, stop bullying these mentally disabled people like me, him, and Pine Power Li, and people at Passengers United. I'm taking a stand because this needs to stop. Anyways, this is Mineola Boulevard, as EvanGouldTransit likes to play the brain games with figuring out where this is. That's another thing I like about EvanGouldTransit, is he understands my geography, how I don't want to go to Long Island just to be in a good place to be there. So thank you, EvanGouldTransit, for understanding it and playing brain games on it. Much like a few of my college classes were in the past, college courses in the past were brain games. So we need this bullying to stop. Because now there are people like Real New York City Guy who are sharing all my videos, posting negative comments on that post, sharing it. Oh, and I'd like to thank you so much, EvanGouldTransit, for pitting one of my comments where it was a post about how some people are so rude, and I mentioned the fact that I have an analogy in high school to Pine Power Li's life about these so-called snobs, even though these ones aren't really snobs like the people from the South Shore are. This is my analogy. How they pretend I'm not here. They try to force me back into Rockland Boces, where I came from back when I was in high school. And yes, Rockland Boces was better. It doesn't have all the course offerings. It's an analogy to how New Jersey is so hot, doesn't have all the transit, but is more fair to seniors and disabled. In that comment that got pinned, I also mentioned the electronics problem. So I'm guessing he really liked it, and I want to thank him for posting, for like pinning that comment. I mean, EvanGouldTransit is so nice. He's very considerate to me and like support for my channel. When I told people about that hard week I had where I started admiring Pine Parallel more last June on this date to who would become my girlfriend by now, I told the story about a dream I had. He mentioned one part of it saying I'd love to have that in reality. You know, the Wawa in Hicksville. But people just don't understand that some of us have disabilities, mental disabilities. And they just don't care. I mean, the MTA is going to be making cuts now. Thankfully, the TTT is on its heels. Every time I go to Manhattan now, I see buses that are about to be transferred over to the TTT, like the Orion 7 Next Gens. I'm not going to get into full detail about this next thing that I do, but I often do some charity deeds in Manhattan, help out the poor in Manhattan, and then I'm not going to tell you where I'm going to do it next time because that's going to make it too revealing. But me and my father help out the poor in Manhattan. And we actually used to when I was a child. In a soup kitchen near Houston. But I'm getting way off topic. Finally, I've climbed the hill up Mineola Boulevard. I'm near the Garden City hypothetical train station. That was a rough one. Hope everything goes well with you, Evan Gold. Hope everything goes well with everyone else who's been a victim of cyberbullying, like Pine Parallel. And be prepared for this new technology to take real New York City guy, like Wheeler, Kevin Stone, them off of YouTube.